It's 2021, I'm 19 years old, and I've just woken up, bro. I've got such high ambitions. I want to be strong, muscular. I want to be a consultant engineer, which is the top career you can get with my degree. So as soon as this ambitious young buck, this 19-year-old young man, as soon as he wakes up, what's the first thing he does? What did I do as soon as I woke up? I checked the time, open my phone, it's 1 o'clock. 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It's past lunchtime. I hear my family downstairs and they're already talking to each other. It sounds like they're actually in the middle of their day. I'm up there with no energy. I'm the youngest male in my household. I should be the fittest, strongest, most ambitious and hardworking guy in my family, yet I don't have the energy to get out of bed until 3 o'clock because I've just scrolled for 2 hours. I'm literally on my side. I smell like fucking shit. Like, bro, I literally used to smell my race, bro. I used to smell like Indian as fuck. Like, I can actually see why people chat shit about my kind. And it's because of what I used to be like at that age, bro. I never used to fucking shower like on time or anything, bro. It was fucked. I used to play Call of Duty every single day into the night. I used to sacrifice my sleep to play Call of Duty. And I used to have the same ambition that like a top level motherfucker should have. I want to be a consultant engineer. I want a six pack. Bro, these are things that only come to like people who are top level. And I wanted that shit, and look at my actions. And look, at that time, just a year ago, when I was like 17, 18, 2019, 2020, bro, I was waking up early and going to school, 7, 8 a.m. So what the hell changed? Well, look, in that case, the teacher is what I call the authoritarian. And now that it was COVID, with no school, no work, nothing, I didn't have an authoritarian. So I defaulted back to what most people have, and that is themselves. And you have not been conditioned or even been taught how to make yourself do something good for you. You have been taught how to do things for other people. And like, bro, this is not a conspiracy theory video. I'm gonna give you some action steps here, and I'm gonna tell you the real way to rewire your mind. But first I need to fucking tell you, bro, you've been trained to be average. Bro, look around you. Everyone has these big goals. Everyone talks about like, yeah, bro, I'm going to lock it. I'm going to start that business. Yeah, man. I'm going to actually get a six pack this year, bro. And I'm going to be that guy. Like, bro, you haven't done it. And you've been saying this for the past 3 years and you've done fuck all towards it. And so is the next man that you hang out with and his brother and his dad. Like, no one really achieves shit. Everyone just works in some mid-job that they slowly climb, then they plateau at age 35 and they call it a day at 50 grand a year. And that's barely enough to keep up with inflation and taxes and all that, man. Some people don't have enough money to live. And you're telling me that you can escape the mold and not be like these other people, and you think that you're different, but you do absolutely fucking nothing that separates you from these other motherfuckers. Your biggest mistake is thinking that you're special, because everyone thinks they're special. Everyone thinks that people look at them in a different way and that they should be achieving all of the good things when they do nothing different. Yo, bro, my name's Jas, and I teach young men how to get disciplined because that is what truly changed my life. You seem interested, so drop a subscribe because it helps me help you. I want to get you here faster and better than I have done. What I'm about to tell you is the 2-hour method that I fucking discovered. I'm not going to sugarcoat this, bro. It's fucking hard. You're going to click on 10 other videos after this and 10 other videos that before this that would have told you the easiest, like most bullshit pussy methods ever, and you won't ever take the advice because it's not real advice. They're just like pumping out videos for views and shit. Bro, I don't give a fuck that I'm on like, what, 100 subscribers right now, and I'll probably get like 10 views a video or some shit. I don't give a fucking shit, because if I can convince that even one guy from all of the videos I posted to take the advice that I give, I'm happy. That's all I fucking want, bro. And look, that's why I give out advice that isn't regular civilian bullshit pussy fairy tale advice that you will find, because I know that shit don't work. Because guess what? I discovered the art of getting disciplined and self-mastery about 5 years ago. And I've only fully actioned it and embodied it, like the life of a disciplined man now, this year, for the past 365 days out of 5 years. So bro, I make videos for that version of me to take the actual advice, and I hope that I can do the same for you, because this is the real actionable shit that you can do straight away. You need to wake up 2 hours before your first authoritarian activity. If you go to school or you go to work, which is the overwhelming majority of the population, you need to take back those first 2 hours, bro, because those first 2 hours are truly yours. When you really think about it, you've been waking up for the past 2 decades at about like what, 7:30 to 8:30 on average, which is pretty good. But that is not the time that you have set yourself. That's a time that's been set to you by someone else, the authoritarian. And I don't want you to go by that anymore. I want you to take some control back, because this is where you will separate yourself from those other motherfuckers who just chat about their goals all day and they do nothing about it. So look, map the time at which you get ready for school or you get ready for work. So if you have to wake up at 7 a.m. to get ready for school or work, you subtract the 2 hours off of the first non-autonomous task that's been set by an authoritarian, and you wake up at that time now instead. For most people, this will be somewhere between 4 and 6 a.m. So let's just call it 5 a.m. for now, yeah, just for speed. And now I'm going to give you the exact method to truly implement this. The exact thing you need to do actually doesn't start tomorrow at 5 a.m. It starts today, right after you watch this video, or even if you're a fucking sick motherfucker right now, you implement it straight away. Look, as soon as I say this, I want you to try and just like force yourself. Like, it'll take a little bit of mental inertia, and that's good. This is how you train the muscle of discipline. Like, look, I'm telling you to basically switch apps on your phone, and that's going to be discipline, because I'll be real, bro, you probably haven't done anything disciplined for the past at least week. And by discipline, I mean you've told yourself to do something and then you actually do it. You tell yourself a promise and you actually keep it. You tell yourself, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to train straight away, or I'm going to come back from school and I'm going to work on my business, or I'm gonna go to work and in the middle I'm gonna take a lunch break and go to the gym or whatever, right? You've not told yourself to do anything out of your own accord and you haven't actually done it. So now what we're gonna do, bro, I'm gonna give you your first act of discipline in a while. And my definition of discipline is you do a specific thing at a specific time without feeling a specific way. Not doing it when you're motivated, happy, or inspired. Just fucking do that shit because you said you would, man. So tell yourself that you're going to go to your notes page on your phone. Like, bro, there's literally no excuse for this shit. What I want you to do is write down one exact task in your note list that is conducive to one of your goals. And we've all got goals. It might be something like to do with your grades. It might be something to do with your body. So I'll give you an example, yeah? This is how I want you to exactly write this task down. And it has to be specific. Exactly what I'll demonstrate right now. If your goal is studying, instead of writing some bullshit like 2 hours of studying, you've got to write down the output. What's the output of the 2 hours of studying? It might be one past paper, it might be 5 pages of my own notes that I've taken from the book, or it might be I've watched 3 lectures. You get the whole gist. It's something that you can basically say, like, you can go to someone and say, I studied for 2 hours, but they don't really know what you did, right? If you go to someone and you say, I've done a past paper this morning, they'll be like, oh, okay. And they'll understand it. If you went to someone and you said, oh, I made 5 pages of notes, they'll be like, oh, sick. It's something tangible. It's something you can show. It's something you can mark yourself against and be like, yes, I did that task. Another example is like, instead of saying that you're going to go to the gym for 2 hours because you want to get a good physique, you say, I'm going to hit back day. But then you know exactly what back day is comprised of. It could be like lat pull down, weighted pull-ups, it could be bent over row, and you have those like 5 exercises or whatever, the exact amount of sets, and then you know what you're doing. So you need to write this down specifically. That is going to be your 5 a.m. task. That's basically, as soon as you wake up, you endeavor to get that task done within those first 2 hours, your hours. And those 2 hours are fucking sacred, bro, because you've given that back to yourself. And I can't wait for you to do this, man, because you're going to have a different sort of mind. Like, your brain is going to feel different. Like, you know, when you're with your friends and you're in a certain mode, then you're with your family and you feel a certain way and you're in that kind of mode, then you're in your school mode when your teachers are talking to you, and then you're in your alone mode where your mind is telling you negative thoughts and you're thinking, fuck man, like, let me just like go scroll on my phone or some shit. Bro, when you're alone in the morning tomorrow at 5 a.m. and you've woken up and you've chosen to do something hard, you're going to be on the same wavelength as other killers, other young, ambitious, sick guys, bro. And look, a couple of other tips to make this extremely easy for you. Once you've set that alarm, you get your phone and you put it directly on the other side of the room. So specifically in a place where you would need to stand up out of your bed tomorrow morning to go and turn it off, and you set that alarm on max volume, because that is going to be the alarm that basically wakes your parents up, and it wakes up everyone if it goes on for too long. So you're gonna have an incentive to get out of bed, bro. And bro, the horrible thing is that now you've actually watched this far, and if you still haven't done this shit, you're basically a pussy, because I've been telling you to do this for the past like 10 minutes, and if you've still not done it, I'm giving you one more chance to do that shit, because bro, I can't lie, this isn't to prove to me or to prove to the other guys that are going to be commenting or to prove to anyone who's like watched this video. It's for yourself. Like, this is to show yourself that your goals matter to you and that you want to achieve them and that you're capable of doing the things that are needed to achieve your goals. Bro, you've seen the quotes, you've seen the Instagram reels, like, bro, you've seen the stuff that says, oh, there's no bigger shame than a man who doesn't achieve his potential. Like, bro, you won't even take the first step to achieve your potential. Most young men now are completely obedient little cucks. They will do whatever the teacher, the manager, the mummy, daddy, whatever, like your parents tell you to do, because that is what you've been conditioned into, and you don't understand until this fucking video that you need to take charge and you need to like regain control. I wish I could come over there and just shake you up, because like, you need to know this, bro. The 2-hour method is what literally got me a rebuilt physique. I turned my physique from skinny fat into that fucking guy with a 6-pack, bro. And that happened this year. I prioritized my training, and now I've even got like my dream fucking career, bro. I wanted to be a consultant engineer when I started uni, because that's the top career that you can get out of my degree, and I fucking got that shit. I was the top performer 1 out of 2,000. They explicitly told me on the phone like, oh Jas, by the way, you didn't just achieve this role, you've also come out as the top performer with no negative feedback. Even you know that's rare and impressive, bro. I know that you want like similar results in your career, your education. I came out with 2 first-class dissertations as an award-winning graduate from one of the top unis in my country, bro. I know what I'm talking about, that this shit actually works. I only started seeing results when I started implementing the disciplined lifestyle, the disciplined habits, and the main overarching component was that I woke up 2 hours before anyone told me to do anything, because those are my 2 sacred hours. If you want my full program on getting disciplined, it's the first link in the description. I hope you take action, bro, because this is truly going to change your life, man. And with that, sweat or regret, bro. I'm out.